All right, ladies and gentlemen. All right. All right. Let's go on and get this over with. If you can tell by the tone in my voice, I am not happy. So, let's explain why I am not happy. Um, let's get into it. We got the hero reveal stream right here, right now. Let me just turn some of this stuff down to halfway. So that they talked about the For Honor. Here we go. Title update. Oh wait, this is a new hero, by the way. For those that don't know, this is a new trailer that they dropped for the hero. So apparently, the trailer they dropped yesterday was an accident. Oops.
Direct buy into the 2v2 close qualifier happening at sometime in Year 8 Season 3. So be on the lookout for that. We'll be dropping it on our socials, so be sure to follow us there to stay up to date. But we'll speak more about that when we get closer. But in the meantime, you can join the Discord, the For Honor Discord, and come hang out, talk about your favorite stuff. You can talk about Sohei. Maybe. We don't know. We'll see. But,
it's subject to cover, yeah.
Yeah, it's pretty relevant, honestly.
I think so.
But yeah, we've got some awesome stuff to show today. I'm super pumped. You know, we have our new hero with a deep dive on the gameplay and animation. It's going to be great. We have a new feature.
All right. So here's title update, ladies and gentlemen. So we can cross this big old title update here out. We have been through everything over here. Tomorrow, the 25th, we have a new hero, an event pass, and a new feature that they will talk about today. The next Hero Fest will be Lawbringer in August, Shigoki in August, and Gladiator in beginning of September. And finally, baby, they are bringing back one of my favorite carousel variations, the Carousel of Ragnarok, which is really, really fun. We are going to be playing that. And don't worry, guys. I know I didn't post my other carousel matches. I still got a lot to post on for it. We're going to get to it. But this is the title update. I paused it. Everything on this side is what's new. It's not that much compared to this. So, yeah. But I think they're going to release.
That's going to be live tomorrow.
The new trailer.
Tomorrow. So that name is Jason.
Let's just go through all this talking.
Play for a week.
Stick around.
No
Details
one wants to watch
Go
all
MX.
of this cringe. The screen froze. Hang on.
Monster.
Hang on.
Demon. Soul collector.
Hang on, man. My fucking laptop. Oh my God, come on. Damn. Come on. There we go. Holy shit. Excuse my language. This fucking stream shit is pissing me off. Oh my gosh. I'll get right back to you guys. Hang on.
We got the details segment next, but
all right, ladies and gentlemen, we back. Here's the new trailer.
So some call me, but I take only the worthy to honor the fallen. Their souls fight with me, rest within my every weapon. And the answer. I am master of the seven. Through me, pure might awakens. I will teach others the ways of the Sohei, and we will be unstoppable.
All right, ladies and gentlemen. So that was the trailer. Yes, I am still here. Just want y'all to make sure to get that. So here they're just sort of discussing. Y'all know y'all can just go on For Honor's website and look up this dev stream. That's what I'm doing right now. So we're gonna move on. Here is some of the artwork. I'm gonna try and make this one video if I can.
Still had to be done with the same modeling constraints that we would have for a much smaller hero. So that took a lot of tests, a lot of conversations between many different teams. We had to collaborate between the rigging team, the modeling team, the fight team, the animation team, all just trying to make sure that all of this worked. So the end result of some of those discussions are that the 6 weapons have limited customization just in order to make it a bit more readable. That way, it will improve the gameplay experience a lot. But you can still customize that main weapon, that Kamiari, because the variations are incredible in this one. They're really,
All right,
really pretty.
so
I can't wait to see. I can't wait to see actually.
Yeah. Demonic
here
mask
is
that he's
the
got. The
the
first set is a
artwork.
bit more monotony.
You can see he looks very, very sick. I hate the Oni mask because samurai with Oni mask, to me, that's just pretty cliche. I just want samurai. He supposed to be a monk, so what I was hoping to see was like something like a shinobi where he got his eyes revealed right here, and then his mouth is covered up, and all this stays the same, like whitish, sort of. But this is his Kamayari. He got his buzzsaw blade. We got his Takayashi or whatever it's called, the small katana. And of course you got the kanabo, the fork knife, the hammer. Not the kanabo, I'm sorry, Tetsubo. Sorry.
Monastic. It's a bit more
Whoa, 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 whoa. All right, so here go the
Uh,
armor variations,
putting
ladies and
things
gentlemen.
together. It's very, very theatrical.
I like the default one besides the
sort of
demon
braided
mask.
belt and arm work. Also
brought
something
back
that
the
is
basket.
often done to ward off demons.
I like the
The
basket though.
second set especially is very, very theatrical and really beautiful.
I really like
the one
this
with the-
one because
the
he got an
basket on it.
ornament. He
Yes.
got his own
Yeah.
samurai ornament.
Real
Yeah.
headgear.
The
And he got a
demon imagery also
mustache.
calls back to Oniwaka's own childhood because he was so grotesque.
I
that
like
he
the
was
white hair
called
on
the
the
demon
Oni.
ogre child,
And I like the
essentially.
armor for that one.
And so he's kind of appropriated that.
This one
and
right
it
here,
also kind of
this one
it-
looks
it
like,
fuels his need to prove himself, to master everything, because
Katsuya's dad from Tekken. I don't know if y'all can tell from the face. He looked like Kazuya's dad from Tekken. They definitely got that inspiration. I like the armor. It's starting to look better. Samurai armor is starting to pop off because samurai could pop off hard,
he's been an
as
outcast
hard
all his life.
as the knights
And
can.
now he's him.
Yep.
Nice.
I like the armor. Not a
Awesome.
fan of the green
And I believe that we
Oni
can also
mask.
see some of his weapons as well. I think we can. have that.
Yeah, now this is what I'm gonna be wearing right here.
Oh, we have the second row.
Yeah.
This
Yes.
right here is what I'm
Yeah.
gonna be
Looks
wearing. I
awesome.
like the armor too. Once again, looking really good. I like the exposed armor, but he also got his traditional monk robes and stuff. But yeah, this right here is what I'm looking for right here. That's my
A lot of
helm.
armors here. Yeah, that cloth too around his helmet. It's all
Basket
hand
helm
sculpted.
again.
So really a lot of attention to detail.
Again, let's call back attention to the basket because I mean, come on, you can
This
do
one
your
got-
laundry and
This
fight.
one
I
is
mean,
without the
Highly,
ornament.
we said he's super versatile.
Yeah,
There you
exactly.
go. There you go.
Very, very adaptable.
Awesome.
There's the black
I love the hair on
black
this one.
mask. I'm supposing that post the
Yeah, that's
black
that
only
wig I was
mask
talking
supposed to
about.
change colors.
Yeah.
Looks super nice.
And then
And
there's
the main weapon is called what again exactly? I forget what the
Katsuya's
Kamiyari.
grandpa
Kamiyari.
or
So a lot of
dad.
people already on Reddit very excited about the Kamiyari. Got a lot of
Kazuya.
Kamiyari
I
fans
said
out there.
Katsuya.
Nice.
Kazuya. That's his
I'm more
name.
of a saw guy.
Not a fan of the only mask, but I do like the
He's got
armor.
a saw. He's got a like a bonk too.
Got a
And
bonk.
here's the Kamiyari, ladies and
Gotta have a
gentlemen.
bonk.
Super cool.
I like the
There we
default
go.
one.
We're getting
It
at
looks
that.
good.
Weapons,
Looks
here we go.
dangerous. I think that's what's important.
These just look incredible.
And here's a reminder for players that
This right here,
every weapon set that you see
It's probably
here,
my
they
favorite
have,
out of the tier
a name,
1
but they've
sets.
also
Probably
lore
my
behind them.
favorite out of
The
all
lore
the
is always
sets.
on the website, so if you go check out the
And
character
we
page,
are
then you can see
recapping this.
every weapon
Like
name
I've
set,
already seen the stream
every
as well,
weapon
for
set's
those who
name,
don't know.
and the story behind them as well.
Awesome. Awesome.
There's lore everywhere.
Lore
We're
everywhere.
hiding it.
Yeah. Like lore hoarders.
Yeah.
That's it.
This
they-
one looks
they
pretty
get
clean. I
increasingly
like
more
the
detail
whole
there.
Oh, yes.
gap
They
in the
look
middle
so,
of the
so
blade.
nice.
Yeah.
It's fine.
So intricate.
Those Kamayari fans are frothing at the mouth right now.
I love this one right here. Like the with like
Avatar
the
style?
the blue blade
Yeah.
kind of, and the last one with like the,
Oh, yeah.
the white at the end.
Just like the blue blades.
Oh yeah, so nice. Awesome.
That one's gotta hurt.
Oh yeah, no,
They all
Yeah.
gotta hurt.
Yeah.
can't feel good.
I mean, geez.
Yeah.
Oh wow, these are so nice.
But you get killed by them and you admire
Mm-hmm.
the beauty of it.
Of course.
It's like, oh,
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah.
that's good.
You're like mad about it, but kind of happy
Yeah.
about it at the same
Yeah.
time. You're not
Gotta
sure.
respect it.
Yeah,
Yeah.
the elite
Better
ones
than
are
getting
pretty
killed with, like, a
disappointing. I'm not
sickle,
gonna
I
lie
guess.
to you.
Yeah.
Yeah.
This
The
is
legendary
work of
ones are
art, at
pretty
least.
disappointing.
Yeah.
Awesome. And I believe too in TU2 we have some weapon sets coming.
Yes. So we have all of the weapon variations.
So yeah, that's the outfit effects.
July
Those aren't really
25th.
that good.
It's 15.
These are
We have a peaceful garden.
these are
effect.
the event
These are all
weapons.
callbacks
just
to,
reskins.
what
They don't
everyone's
look
fighting
really
for.
good. All right, now we're gonna get into this BS shit right here. All right, excuse my language. Let's do this. Where we at? All right, here we go. Here we go. Here we go.
Our light attacks, you can throw those, of course, in every single
Yep,
direction.
he got enhanced light attacks.
You'll notice I'm not getting blocked here. I'm not getting kind of cancelled out. Every light attack for this hero, every light opener attack for this hero, I should say, is enhanced. So you'll see later why this is very important.
Yeah.
So those are our lights. We have, of course, heavies as well. You know, in every single direction. You know, pretty standard stuff. Everything you can kind of expect us to do.
And those heavies are pretty slow, but
Yes.
so I know some people are going to be worried about that. Like,
Right.
But don't worry, we
Yeah, just-
thought of everything. It's going to be all good.
Don't be
course.
worried. We're just getting started.
Yeah, exactly, right?
Just getting started. There's so much more to show here. Now you might be running around the world. You know, might need to engage. So we have a light dodge attack, get you into combat right away. You know, there we go, light attack. We also have a heavy dodge attack.
Yeah.
A sprint attack, sorry. Running around, you know, get into combat, jump into the air with that Yari, smack opponent in the face.
Mhm.
Oh, dodge attacks. There we,
We
go.
have light and heavy there, right?
Light and heavy sprint
I
attacks.
wonder why.
This will all be explained shortly. We have a zone attack. It's usual. Big swipe, big trajectory there.
Nice.
Scary thing. It's
Yep.
very usual.
All right, so
and
far so
have
good,
a
right,
forward
ladies and gentlemen? So
dodge,
far,
bash.
so good. Right.
As an opener. Now that's going to lead into stuff. We're going to get into that in a single. in a
Yeah, yeah.
I'm
second.
glad they gave him an
Uh,
opener.
Just know that's a very important move for this hero.
Nice.
Now let's go into the chains. Let's get into the good stuff.
We have dodge attacks as well, right? So we
We
have
have-
like side dodge and front
We have the
dodge.
side dodge.
Fair enough.
Yes, we can do those. Yeah, here we go. Left light attack. Right light attack. Yeah, openers. We have right heavy attack.
Yeah, so
And
heavy.
left heavy attack.
So there's a theme here, right? That every single, like you can do front dodge as well, but
You can do front too.
there's a theme where like every time you can do an attack, you always have a light and heavy version. Like, usually we don't really do this. So
Yeah.
again, it's a sign of things to come.
All right.
It is a sign of things to
great.
come. This is a weapon master after all.
Exactly, right?
You should be able to do all these moves,
should be
right?
able to
There's
do
a big groundwork being laid here. I can tell.
Exactly,
So-
exactly. So let's get into the good stuff.
All
We'll swap back to our lights. They start enhanced, like I said,
Yep. And he
You can
pulls
follow
out
these
a
up with
different
another
weapon
light
every
attack.
time.
in any direction,
And I actually like that.
all the time.
I like that
Now, the top
idea.
one
I
you would have seen
expected
there,
that
it's a
idea.
bit of an extra property there. This is an undodgeable follow-up on the light attack. No?
Yep.
And the left attack, kind of same thing.
What's
Light,
kinda
light chain.
cool here too is that I don't know, players have probably noticed by this time. That second hit, that second light, always use one of the weapons that's on Sohei's back.
Yep.
Right?
Correct.
So depending on which stance you use, if you're top, you can do it again, right? We're using that Tetsubo. If you're going on this side,
Let's
wherever it is,
oh, there we go. Let's do that
do it
again.
again.
There we
So
go.
we're using like different weapons. So that was,
Also,
like,
as
that
you
was
can
the
see
Kama, and
from
then
the
if
other
you try on this
Sohei,
side, it's
from
a bit of a katana
Kazuya's
there. So it's
dad right here, the
every
hair
single
changes
time-
color. So you can totally like make a Kazuya Sohei. And you got the red. He got red material on. That's why his hair's like that. But he also has red paint. And look at how well it looks on this samurai armor, though, bro. Like that's so good. I'm telling y'all, samurai can really go off with their
use
armor
a light in your
if
chains.
the Ubisoft devs just take it up there with the samurai armor, you know. And they have been doing that with this hero at least, and also
Heavies
with
as
the
well,
last
right?
samurai
As
armor
well.
sets that they dropped. Armor, it's not really
Oh.
a variation, but it was a brand new set. Armor variations, new armor variations for the samurai. The last one that they dropped is sick on every single samurai.
Absolutely all use the special, the extra weapons that Sohei is carrying, which is pretty interesting.
Exactly.
Amazing.
So
We
we'll
have the same from heavies,
we'll
right?
go through the same rotation again. Heavy top into another heavy. Now heavy follow-ups. You would have noticed that that's an unblockable attack there. So you know, JC's doing a good job dodging there. We'll do the same on the sides. Do the right side heavy attack with a heavy follow-up. You can see, you know,
Alright.
different weapons being used every single time, and same on the left.
So for everybody that was like, you're not gonna be able to use all your 7 weapons
Yeah,
or
but
whatever.
here's the
you
thing,
use
right?
Every
So this is
single
my
one
first
of them
issue.
during your kit.
There's no
Started
real
with-
significance in that. Yeah, you're giving him unblockables. Yeah, you're giving him undodgeables. Yeah, you're giving him hyper armor. But where's the actual significance in that? And I'm going to get to that later on, but I'm going to let my boy JC inform y'all some more for those who haven't seen the stream.
We literally just counted to 7 right there.
Yeah, right.
Weapons, if
We
you,
counted
That's
to
pretty
7.
good, right?
As was established, you know, a little less than 1,000, but still 7 is we've
Yeah.
never done that.
We've never
Exactly.
done 7.
Holy crap.
We really tried to put as many weapons as we could in here. See.
I mean, also his bash, he smacks people with his hand too. So there you go.
There you go.
There's even more.
Count as a weapon. Now, very important to note, you know, for our very like this players asking, you know, it's slow. What are the timings here? The heavy attacks are slow, but the light attacks did 400 MS follow-ups.
Yeah.
So they're pretty fast.
Yeah.
Right. So they kind of
Top is undodgeable,
Top is
again, to
undodgeable.
make sure that if people are going to go, hey, I can't, you know, I want to make sure that I can, you know, I'm not just going to mash dodge and beat all the lights. Well, actually, top is undodgeable, so you can't just mash light and always get away with it.
Nice.
That's right. Now, properties on the heavies as well, very
Okay.
quickly. Every heavy attack follow-up has a different property. So top heavy
should.
follow-up does kind of extra damage, more than the other heavy follow-ups would do. The left
Good.
side bleeds the target, get a little bit of damage over time there. And the right side pins the target. So you can see the weapon master has tricks up his sleeve.
Yeah, you want to use different attacks in different situations. You know, it's pretty cool there.
Nice.
Right. So might have noticed, you know, we're always pressing the same button twice to get into those second weapons. Now, there is another move that can kind of use these weapons, and it's our zone attack. Now, our zone attack, as our players know,
With
is a
any light
combination of a
attack or
and a
heavy attack.
which means you can follow that attack up with a light and heavy attack as well. So let's start from the right here. I'll follow up with a light attack. We'll do the same zone attack into a top
All right.
light attack. Let's see.
Why
let's
is
see if we
JC
can,
blocking everything? We
change
can't
stance
see the
fast
damage
enough. There we
value.
go. Good stuff.
I
And
think
we'll do the same
JC
on the
forgot
right,
he's on a
the other
freaking
side.
Warriors
Right,
dead stream.
extra
He's just
speed
blocking his
boost
counter
reaction.
and everything. We can't see the damage properties when you block JC, man. Come on now. Let me fix this quality. This sucks. Let me fix this quality, man. There we go.
There, yeah.
There we go. We'll see if we can do it on the other side. There we go. Those were the light attacks. And you can do the same with the heavy attacks as well. Now, why is all of this stuff important? Why is it important that you can access all these weapons? Now, you would have noticed JC very skillfully,
Exactly.
completely
gonna say,
unscripted, blocked everything, dodged everything I
It
threw
was
at him.
not planned at all.
So I'm going to
It
ask him
felt
to
a
not,
little practice, maybe
Yeah.
just a little.
I'm going to ask him to not do it now and
Okay.
just get hit.
There's
this
one
is
thing,
hard
but
to
before
ask.
we go into that, right? One thing we need to mention really is that you have a zone attack in chains as well, right?
This is true. You can use a zone attack as an extender. So if I do my light here, I can follow up with a zone attack. It's very smooth. It's
Yep.
very smooth. I can continue my chain the entire time. And the same goes for the right. It's for the heavy attacks here. Up into a zone extender, and you would have seen there's a little property on there.
Yeah, it's armored, so that's really really useful as well to trade and stuff. So
There you go.
I agree. That was very smooth. In fact, that's some top tier.
Man,
Amazing animation.
this
We'll
armor
get
is
into animation in
good,
a
bro.
little
This
bit.
color looks good on
All
this
the
armor,
time,
bro.
all the credits.
Did animation.
Like that's one of the main things that's got my attention. So far, so good, right, ladies and gentlemen?
Shortly.
They're about to
So,
get to the BS though, and
what's
like
special about
the,
these weapons?
the
'Cause I
centerpiece of
kept
this
blocking
character, the real centerpiece of the
Then, like,
Sohai.
I get the- There's probably a reason why, right?
Yeah, yeah.
I'm
You're
trying not to
better
get
than
hit
me.
too much
That's
by
right. Yeah. So let's get hit. So we'll start with the lights. Oof! Didn't dodge that one, right? So what? There's a glow now.
What is
Something
this? What
happened.
is this? Like the little like white thing on top.
Something happened. This is happening in every single direction. As I'm using the weapons on my back, I'm kind of getting into what we call the soul stance. You know, we talked about the souls, the soul collector. The souls of our enemies are in these weapons. Every time we hit, there's the pin on the right heavy follow-up. Same at the top. I keep collecting souls.
It's got a lot of souls going on
There's
there.
a lot of souls.
right.
Pretty good.
Now, the concept of this soul collector, the Sohei here, is we wanted
first,
to add
that
a
sounds
minigame to
interesting.
this design, right? We wanted to have players think a little bit ahead of what they're going to throw at their opponent and have a bit of this minigame of collecting the souls, getting all these souls up, so that by the time you get all of the souls up,
Yeah.
there's something cool that happens.
They're kind of red now.
Yeah.
They're red
wonder-
now.
Now, what
I
I do
remember
want you
seeing that
guys
red
to
in the trailer,
understand
and I'm
about
like, I
this,
wonder,
that I
like,
feel
you-
like, the idea of this is pretty cool before they get into this BS, because it's about to come up like right now. It's about to be the next, I think, thing they show you after they say a few words. But what I like really cool about this, understand, he just used 6 weapons. He's got 1 weapon left that he did not use. Can y'all guess what it is? Yep. That's just a little hint there for what he's about to do. He just utilized 6 weapons.
There's some weird things happening. I don't know. They're going into the
souls are very
Yari.
angry
I don't
now,
know what's
like,
happening.
yeah.
Yes.
But he looks like powered up or something.
A little
He
bit.
is powered up, and there's lots of speculation on what that meant.
Yeah,
So,
yeah. I'm not sure. What
uh,
please show us because I
let's
have
just
no idea.
let's just let the game speak for itself.
First, right?
Look at this. Look at this.
Oh.
Look at this.
Ooh, okay.
Go.
Look at this. So he just used weapon number 7, and all that build up gave him 95 base damage. No attack boost. Here's oh my gosh. So here we go. Let's start. This is what y'all gotta think about. A lot of players may think this is cool, but for those that are confused and like WTF like I am right now, you have every right to do so. Because I'm going to tell you what these devs, what JC didn't think about, what happens when this goddamn Sohei character is running around with an attack boost from Breach, or he's running around with attack boost from any other Vanguards, like Battle Cry attack boost. What does that 95 damage completely do? That 95 damage is going to do 100 damage, and you can actually one-shot him. 100 damage, and like it's a one-shot. That's basically what it is. It's a one-shot. So he hits you with his 7 weapons, his 7 secondary weapons, and then finish you off. No, he hits you with his 6 weapons and finishes you off with the 7th weapon. It sounds pretty cool, but this is too much goddamn damage. This is too much goddamn damage. Cause Debs, what are you gonna do when you got when you got a Sohei and then you got all these other characters that can boost the attack of their teammates, bro? Like JJ, like freaking Warden and Raider and all the other Vanguards, bro. You got normal attack boost in like skirmish and elimination game, not skirmish, but in elimination game mode, and goddamn Breach. That ain't gonna be just 95 damage, my boy. That's gonna be like 100 and goddamn 2 damage. Y'all get the point, right? Too much goddamn damage for a move that's really easy to perform. And they're about to address this. Watch this.
So I'm old, so I can't really see the combat log there, but I believe this says 95 damage, right?
That's right.
My
right?
goodness.
So
That's
essentially,
a lot.
that move, that move you can only do it when you have all souls active, right?
Correct.
And only off of the front dodge bash, and it's off of a zone attack input.
That's right. So if you front dodge bash without the soul's zone attack, you just throw your zone attack. But
Like another attack or whatever, but yeah.
exactly right. But if you have your 6 souls, you unlock the special move, the 7-4 strike, using that Yari, using all the power of your souls to kind of embed your opponent there, dealing.
But why did y'all do
Extremely high
this
damage.
though?
This is a scary move.
Why?
We've seen
I
it
mean,
on the
what was
film.
the? If you just gonna put a character like this in the game, what was the purpose in taking out the one shot from freaking Shigoki? Everybody hated that. There's no way people can like this shit, because this ain't no different. All you gotta do to even really finish an opponent in duels is freaking hit them, poke them around with a few attacks, right? And then you want to just try and use your unblockable, spam unblockables on the opponent, make them dodge, spam unblockable on the opponent, make them try and parry your unblockable attacks, go into hard feint or soft feint, because it is feintable, even though they said it wasn't. It's a chain attack. It is hard feintable. Go into a guard break, 1, 2, 3 with light attacks, or 1, 2, 3 with heavy attacks, whatever you need. And just like that, you're ready to deliver 95 damage. All you gotta do is just bash the opponent, or throw a zone attack out. You could throw a zone attack out, right, and literally make your opponent dodge, neutral dodge, bro. Go into a guard break, go into a guard break again. Push him on the wall, bash. That's 95 free damage. For honor, like, are y'all fucking around or something, bro? What the fuck is wrong with y'all? This motherfucker gonna be on here spamming that shit, and it's gonna be 4 of them. And I feel like every time a new hero comes out, bro, the For Honor devs never give a fuck about the 4 hero stack. And that goes on into what they were talking about with balance in this year. They talked about balance this year. So fucking balance. 95 damage is not a fucking balanced shit, For Honor devs. And you know what? Y'all gonna get a lot of shit starting tomorrow. Y'all gonna get a lot of goddamn messages on Reddit, on y'all Twitter account, whatever, telling y'all to nerf this motherfucker's 95 damage. If this was 50 damage, it'd be a little bit more tolerable. But really, if this was 45 damage, it'd be also a lot more tolerable. But fucking 95 damage? And you just sitting there smiling. JC, what the fuck?
It is.
Oh, yeah.
SOA has all those souls up. It's scary. And he counts as well, right?
Yeah, right. Every time you gain 1 soul, he counts. It doesn't really matter which weapon is getting the soul first, but he's going to count from 1 to 6, like we've heard in the trailer.
We have, yeah.
Actually 1 to 5, and then he screams something else that we've probably heard there. But the idea here is really, you want to be able to hit with all of your weapons to activate that special mode. All those souls.
See, like I said, I love the idea behind this.
With that
so
weapon,
instead of having like a
gain
7-hit chain, they sort of split it. 3 lights, 3 heavies, a bash into a light and a heavy attack. Basically your zone attack, and it gives you that move. You can do it from regular zone too and play mind games with the opponent. But
The
like I
soul
said,
on that
95 fucking damage, bro. Fucking ridiculous.
I can't just like keep mashing top lights or top heavies
Yeah.
and getting on the other weapons. It's you have to hit once per weapon
Yeah.
to get all that sort of stuff going.
Absolutely.
Crazy.
But at the same time, like, if that was the only way to really gain souls, it would be really, really, really hard, right? Like there's a lot of attacks here that, people are going to parry, they're going to block, they're going to dodge. So is there any other ways to gain them?
There are. It's a weapon master. Of course, there are other ways.
course,
There's always more. So I've showed our dodge attacks. Or kind of forward light attack in this case. These can follow up with. Oh, let me just do that correctly here. With a light attack, but not only that, it can follow up from a light attack from any stance. The same goes for our heavy dodge attacks. You know,
Nice.
dodge to the right, follow up with the top. Dodge to the left, follow up
And
with the right.
let me remind
So
y'all, all
I see
these
a theme
secondary
forming here
attacks where
where
he's pulling in a
basic
different weapon after he dodge attacks, that can be feinted. That can be hard feinted into a GB. It can be hard feinted and make you dodge attack and make you do something stupid. So really, really good mix up from this character. Good mix up vibes. That's another good point about this character.
basically every option that Soe has that is, not like from neutral heavies or whatever, there's a reason why there's light and heavy sprint. There's a reason why there's light and heavy front dodge and side dodge. It's to get into those things, right? Because the chain flow of this hero is kind of unique, where it's always using the same button twice. So because of this, you need to have a side dodge light into light, or a side dodge heavy into heavy, right? We want to be able to reach into these things, and again, give players a lot more reason as to why am I using my light or my heavy version. They have different properties as well, right? So the side dodge heavy has a big swipe, where the side dodge light, for example, has a little poke. So sometimes you want to use the swipe, sometimes you want to use the poke. It doesn't really matter, but it also kind of depends on at what point you're at in your game plan, which weapons do you want to activate their souls from.
Gotcha.
That's right. Now we have a couple more. I'll run very quickly through these. So, we want players to see the whole kit, right?
Yeah,
Of
right.
course. So we've already showed the forward dodge bash,
And it's unfeightable.
I believe.
It's
So
a quick
this can
bash,
follow
thank
up
God.
as well. We
Sick
said
of that
that early
feightable
on.
bash shit. It's not really a problem to fight feightable bashes for me because I'm a read-based fighter. But, I hate feightable bash. I feel like that's a sloppy way out of stuff. What I want to know is if you dodge the bash, is he
And follow up
GB
with
vulnerable?
lights or heavy. Again, from any sense.
Yeah, against Remington Guns. This is kind of unique. We don't have that. It's very rare that we have this, actually. They're dedicated follow-ups. But so they deal we were able to tweak the damage accordingly, everything's good. But they are stance-based. So if I do I can do a heavy from this side, or I can do a heavy from that side, right? So these have pretty good trajectories. Again, so if you want to be in a group fight, if you want to cover your sides, you can. You can still go top if you want. But it's all really around the hero's game plan of what attack do I want to use in what situations, but also think about which soul do I want to activate to get to my 7-4 strike.
That's right. That's right. Now, there's a couple of cool things that we've kind of added to this kit just to, we realize that sometimes maybe you want another option. So we talked about the zone extender, kind of throw that into your kind of combo. So I'll follow up here on the right and kind of zone. Let me just do a proper zone extender here. Up. Now, that might be easy to parry, right? You might think, every opponent's going to parry that. Easy. So we added the option to soft feint this attack into a guard break.
Yeah.
And let's look at we've gushed about how good these. Let me just hit you. How good these animations are. Oh, let me also just do it properly. So smooth.
It is honestly
smooth.
that, again, we'll have the animation team come later, but this is one of the smoothest soft feints I've seen in the game. I'll do it from my point of view if players want to see a little bit more.
Wow.
Just from neutral, you can soft feint to guard
And
break.
this is
It feels
my other
amazing.
problem.
And then if
It
I go
is-
into a light,
I don't.
for example.
This is why I say the devs do not play their own games at all. Have you guys any idea how easy it is to get a guard break out of a soft feint? Have anybody have any idea how easy it is to get a soft feint out of a guard break? Too damn easy. That's the answer. It is too damn easy. And keep in mind, every time he get a guard break, all he got to do is light, or heavy, whichever one he needs. And all he needs is the 6 weapons. And then, of course, he just scare you and go into a bash. He can dodge forward to make you think he gonna bash, go into a zone, and he can do it from his zone attack. And as you know, if you dodge, and it ain't no dodge attack, it's a zone attack, so it's gonna catch 130. So I feel like no matter what you do, he's gonna be able to land a free 95 damage. His zone attack swings in a 180 sort of motion. So I think if you dodge forward, delay the zone attack. You can catch your opponent in dodge and then do the catch your opponent in dodge and do the 95 finisher move. And of course, if you just stand there, you take the bash, he can do the 95 finisher move because they say he can do it from bash and he can do it from zone. And that's the problem. Motherfuckers gonna be spamming that shit on you, bro. If you in 4v4, a Sohi character can go to a bot, a level 1 bot, freaking utilize all 3 weapons. What I want to know is, does that shit work on officers? Because y'all know y'all can guard break minions, right? That's what I'm going to be testing out tomorrow. Because y'all know if he gets it off his guard breaks, when you guard break a minion and he uses his weapon in that motion, does he get a soul? In which case you could farm fucking minions in any game mode, even the officer on breach, and this motherfucker will walk around. By the time he meets you, he can just have it ready for him to use at any time. And when he's ready to do it, 95 fucking damage for free. This just takes me back to the Warmonger days. What the fuck are y'all thinking? Y'all don't play this shit. JC, I'm sorry, man, but you don't play this shit enough like we do. There's no way. I would have objected this fucking damage shit, bro. I would have put it at 45 damage because of how easily accessible it was. Now, if it's 95 damage, but it was super duper hard to pull off, bro, I could have accepted it. But no, this shit's easy as hell. Like the amount of mind games and reads that can go into this, and it's like if your opponent fails to read it, free 95 damage. Free 95 fucking damage. All you gotta do is dodge forward and scare the shit out of your opponent. If you get a light parry, you can light parry them, bash, free 95 damage. I'm gonna actually see if he collects souls off of minions and off of like minions in breach and also off of minions in dominion, because y'all know y'all can actually guard break those minions. Y'all can actually guard break those minions and do whatever you want to them. You can do your light attack. If you Centurion, you can knee them and punch him away. And like, so I wonder if you do that to a minion, is it still going to collect his soul? In which case, we would have yet another For Honor broken hero. I mean, we thought they finally got it right with the last heroes they released, the Outlanders and stuff. Not that broken. With the Outlanders, like the Varangian Guard, not that broken, not that busted at all. Yeah, so what, his parry repulse can stun you for a little while, and it can wall splat and stuff, so what, that ain't nothing to cry about, but this shit right here is something to cry about. 95 damage, look how easily, I'm gonna mute this real quick and let it play. Look at how easily Sohei can just get access to it. Guard break, light, or hit you with a light attack on the same side, like a light attack finish on the same side, or a heavy finish on the same side. You know, he got multiple ways, but the easiest is just using a guard break. See, like, I love that. I love that shit. I love that. But yeah. Bam. Bam. Like, I love that, bro. But look how easy it is. That's all he needed. 2 guard breaks, bro. 2 guard breaks when you least expect it. If he could get a light attack and guard break you and you wouldn't, he can get a light attack, guard break you, and you wouldn't understand. He can heavy feint his unblockable attacks into a guard break and get you again. Now all of a sudden, you know, he's ready with his 95 damage. That's a problem. And honestly, I'm going to call it right now. They're going to nerf that in the future, 100%. That move is not going to survive with this For Honor community. It's not going to sit well. So let's see what he's saying.
Damage can potentially execute as well, which is kind of different there as well.
Yep.
We have sometimes zones that execute. They're really rare. But in this case, it also applies to the neutrals only.
Oh wow, he got a zone attack that executes,
so it kind
like
of
Raider
fits
does.
in with that trick here. And also, something that's not super obvious.
Look
After
at that
light. I can go.
So let's say
into
he
my
gets
chain zone as well. So
he does that to you, right? He collects his other three. He's already got 3 souls on his back, right? And he guard breaks you again and gets the other 3 souls. Now all of a sudden he can go into a zone attack, which can chain into a bash. But like I said, with proper mind games, you can just zone attack, make your opponent dodge, go into a neutral GB, and collect some damage. Go into a neutral GB, get a heavy attack. You can feint an unblockable and go into a bash. Like, yeah, that's a thing for like if you elite like that. If you like an elite For Honor player know how to do that. They feint unblockables into bashes because people don't really expect that type of thing. But y'all get the point. This guy's gonna be on here spamming 95 damage. I'm gonna tell you what. I'm gonna enjoy doing this shit to level 3 bots
Extending your
though. I'll tell you that much.
After those
But I don't know. Level 3 bots just sort of, they might be designed to counter guard
like
break
3
at
little
all
pokes
times.
that you have, or after heavies as well. So you guard break somebody, get 3 souls, and then go into a zone. Keep your offense going.
Yeah.
So it feels really, really good there.
Absolutely. And there's one final thing we want to show just before we jump into a little bit of setup here is I'm going to throw a heavy top at you here. Just to show.
Let me just like get rid of all of my
This is true. Yeah.
souls there.
Yeah. Just an opportunity
So that
to
again.
7-4 strike me there. Yeah.
Yeah. All right. Okay. Cool. So throw me a top heavy.
Throw it top
See, I love that.
Parry
That was an
one.
opportunity. They took advantage of it. I love
Immediately
that.
follow
That's
up
another
with-
positive for the character. As soon as you parry, you can immediately retaliate, and of course that goes into your other chains. Sort of like how Centurion does. You know how Centurion operates and how Lawbringer operates. You parry and you can go right into your change. I call those momentum change.
A light or a heavy.
Or a heavy,
again,
yeah.
In any
Nice.
stance. You know.
Exactly. So whenever
So if
you
you
parry,
good at
you
parrying,
kind
you
of
can-
shortcut to your soul stance,
get-
which
oh
lets you
my
use
gosh.
any of your soul weapons, right? So any of the 6 weapons that are there. Just as an FYI, so players are aware, we know we had an early access period. You're probably going to see a bunch of videos from influencers
Soon, yeah.
coming out soon. We know there's a slight issue here where if you perform a heavy parry and you throw a heavy follow-up, you can parry the follow-up, but it's a 1-frame thing. We're working on a patch right now to solve this, to have a bit of a longer window. So we're aware of the issue. It's going to get fixed shortly, but not like as of tomorrow when it launches. So just so players are aware, we know about this. You don't need to go into the bug reporter putting a bug if you want to. We know it's good. It's going to get fixed, but just so people are aware.
Gotcha.
But you can throw like so. If I parry a light, so you can do a dodge attack at me, for example, right?
A light dodge attack is it?
Side dodge. You can do a heavy,
Light dodge, light. Yeah. Okay.
right? So it works. I can throw a side heavy.
That's
I'm
a
gonna
slow
get,
ass
you
heavy
get all my
attack.
stuff. So
No
it's
wonder
really
they gave
interesting.
him
You get
soft
all
fame
of
to
your
GB.
souls through this.
When can Magi get soft fame to GB from his staff stance? I promise you, that's gonna make his staff stance a lot more lethal. But who knows? Maybe it might make him too OP. I don't know. Sorry.
The hero's entire kit is really built around how do I get my souls? How does that go? Right. So now Mike is going to go and set us up for us to show feats. And while he does this, I'm going to talk a little bit more about some of the philosophy we had behind designing this hero. Right. So
because this has been deep so far. This is
it's super
very
deep. And so
there's a
one
lot
of the
going
things
on
that
here.
we're so one of the things that we want to do is it's really unique. We want to build on this uniqueness. And it was the first time that we're trying to attempt to have an actual resource system.
Right.
We've never really had a resource system in For Honor before where you kind of have to build up a certain gauge or resource. It's something I've seen mentioned
Gauge
like
or
a lot of
resources.
times.
Let me see.
We should have that on like Yorm. for
Have
example.
you ever had to build something up to do something? Didn't they have some shit like that for Kyoshin? No, they didn't. He just got a shield on his back when he does that Kaze stance. But to build something up, I guess they did it. The heroes in my mind that come to me is PK, build up to bleed. Yeah, Shaman. You gotta bleed your opponent to bite him. They did this shit with Shaman. JC, stop lying, bro. You can't bite unless you bleed somebody with shaman. But he talking about resources like build up the souls to when you fully charged. Then yeah.
Like with runes or whatever. So we've been thinking about it for a long time, and we finally were able to build this with this hero. And with the concept of the 6 weapons, it came naturally to us to go, well, okay, cool. So we want to build a hero that like has all these weapons. So I want to be able to hit with all of these weapons, and then when I hit with them, I gain something. We tried a bunch of different things. We tried something where like you would. If you're familiar with like more traditional fighting games, there's a concept called an install. If you want to give this to Manu,
So
'cause you can
JC's
see
gonna
somebody
talk,
noticing
talk,
happen.
talk. We
So there's a
keep it
concept of an
going.
install, right? Well, when you
I'm gonna
when
try
you
and make this
activate
one
something, you go
video, guys. I don't feel like separating it like I
does,
did last
like,
time. There really
and
ain't much.
I mean, just
So let's get
all
into
the ways that your
feats.
moves.
Here's feats.
have a look at set up on like super fast cooldown. We'll like Mike will like nicely explain like tell the cooldowns and the values for each and every feat, so you don't have to go crazy. We're aware that like these are gonna go really fast. It's normal. Don't worry about it, and we're gonna go into it. So Mike, take it away.
Yeah, let's do this. So 4 feats, 4 unique feats for this hero, as we've been doing recently for all of our heroes. Let's start at the first one. The first feat, feat 1 here, is a targeted active. You target an enemy,
Why?
throw that at the enemy, and
But
that is
why,
a
though?
defense debuff.
This man running around here with 95 fucking base damage. And now he got debuffs with his fucking feet. This man don't need a fucking debuff. But I'm gonna get to that when they run through it. Let's go. Let's keep watching.
Now, that defense debuff is 25% armor debuff. It lasts for 20 seconds with a minute cooldown, so it's quite short.
Yeah, you can do it quite often. But one of the things that is interesting here is that like I'm gonna like we're not really gonna see the damage values here, but Sohei's baseline damage is lower than other heroes, except for that crazy strike there. But generally, he's gonna deal less damage than other heroes to compensate for the fact that he gets access to that big.
Ah, God, man. So, what they're saying, guys, they purposely did what they did to this guy's moveset to center him around 95 damage instant kill. That's why they created this character. They purposely did everything they did to the Sohei to center him not around weapons like they told us earlier in the stream that this guy's a weapon master. But instead of centering him around, they did it all just to center him around a single goddamn attack. How ironic is that? A fucking weapon master. Weapon master. That's what Sohei is supposed to be in the world of For Honor. A weapon master. Take all these goddamn weapons and freaking master them, right? But if you just take a look, like, none of his feats got to do with any of his fucking weapons. The first feat already is a debuff. A debuff. Why do you need a debuff if you got 95 base damage? Somebody answer me that in the comments. Why do you need a debuff if you walking around here with 95 fucking base damage? Why? There's no purpose. There's no way you can justify this for Honor devs. Let's continue.
Big move once he does get all of his clothes, all of his souls there. So what's interesting here is that like that defense debuff puts him back to baseline. Right? Generally, his damage is going to be like 20 to 25% lower than other heroes without that feat active on your opponent. So you want to activate it to deal more damage to get a little bit higher into the fight. And we'll see how it kind of flows with the rest of the stuff. That's pretty interesting.
Correct. So I'm just gonna get some souls on you now, because the second feat here interacts with, of course, it has to interact with the souls.
Guard break me.
I'll guard break you there. Up. So I have my 6 souls. That second feat there is only available when you have the 6 souls. So you would have seen it's grayed out. You can see it on JC's side there that it is kind of grayed out. For me, it's active. And when you use it,
this fucking feat is
will
fucking
consume
ridiculous.
all
Look at this
6
shit.
souls
Watch this. Hold
and
on.
heal you to full.
Yeah, so I'm gonna deal enough damage to you so you go like really, really low.
I was gonna say, now when you say full, you mean
I mean,
full.
full health. There we go, nice. And
Right, so you're really low.
up. Let's get that up again. Hop, hop, hop. Do the same here again. Very scary.
Look at that
Kicking
shit.
and dodging.
Look.
Getting
Look.
so consume. Boom.
Look. Look. Now, for my OGs that are watching this video, my OGs that were here at the beginning of For Honor, for those who don't know, this is actually what Second Wind used to do. It used to heal all of your goddamn health up. But slowly over time, it sort of got nerfed really hard towards healing like 25% of your health instead of 100. It went from 100, then it went to 50%, and now it's at like 25%. This motherfucker, when he got all his stuff, and he's low on health, he can regenerate all his health again. From a tier 2, ladies and gentlemen. Let me introduce to you the next broken tier 2 feat in the game. Wow. Let's continue. This fucking character's a joke. I'm not gonna lie.
Full
I
health.
can't.
So
I
that's
can't.
that's a
no.
game changer.
That's a yeah. That's a game changer.
It gives the Zoe lots of options, but it also it adds to him being so scary.
Yeah.
Right. Now, I will just gather up my souls here again.
Yep.
Feat 3, as you guessed it, interacts with the soul system.
I'm noticing a theme here.
There's a theme here.
Pretty good.
You see, you would have maybe even seen it, spotted it earlier. My hands are glowing. My feet is blinking in the HUD there. At when this feat gets unlocked and you have your 6 glows,
Your 6 souls, yeah.
your 6 souls there, then you deal extra damage.
Nice.
So this can combine with that that first feat, that defense debuff, to now put you above the power curve a little bit. So this is a 25% damage buff, and it is passive. There's no cooldown on this or anything. It is just active as long as you have your 6 souls. If you lose them, it's gone.
Yeah, if you die, if you lose them, if you use them, it's gone, right? So what I really like about the way we approach this is, again, we wanted to play with that resource system as much as possible. So our second feat, giving you a full heal if you use all your souls, is kind of interesting because then you have to sacrifice the potential damage output of the third feat, but also you give up the ability to use that move once.
Yeah.
So it's a lot, again, it's focused around like thinking about what situation am I in? Do I want to use that feat? Do I want to use that move? The third feat is interesting because it puts you back at like normal power, maybe a little bit above sometimes. But then if I use my 7-4 strike, I lose that, right? So it's, do I always want to use it? If I'm fighting against somebody that's at super low life, super high life, maybe it'll be worth using. If I'm close to dying, and it's better that I don't die. It's everything is kind of surrounds that concept of I'm getting that resource.
Nothing thoughtful about this fucking shit at all. JC, there is nothing fucking thoughtful about any of this shit. This is a fucking joke, and you know this shit's a joke. But I commend you and the rest of the For Honor devs for trying to bring something new to the game. This shit's a failed experiment, ladies and gentlemen. I'm sorry. Not only can he choose to do 95 damage, he can also choose to re-heal all his health. And the first feat gives him an attack debuff, while his third feat gives him an attack boost. So what was 95 damage is now
spend it. Why do I want to spend it? What the here, right? So you have extra damage. We're not going to show it because you're going to kill me basically one shot.
Yeah.
But then apply feat 1 to me.
So feat 1, boom.
look at that
And
shit.
then do that 7-4 strike.
He went
Now,
from
7-4
95,
strike. Huh?
from 95 to 149,
Kills.
140 fucking 9. So the gimmick around the Sohee character, ladies and gentlemen, if you haven't figured it out already, is that what they're actually gonna do, what they're actually gonna do, sorry, what they're actually gonna do, or what they actually base Sohei around, instead of being based off of all the different weapons that he's using, they're just basing him around his one shot. Everything else barely deals any damage compared to other heroes, right? They just want you to touch another person with those weapons and then one shot them. Seriously? Does that sound like a weapon master to y'all? Because that don't sound like no fucking weapon master to me. Not at all. Like, come on, man. What were y'all thinking?
First of all, amazing animation here, right?
Very
I
cool.
died.
You killed him.
That looks good. But at the same time, we can see the damage log. This
And
dealt
keep in mind,
with
he
feat
ain't the only one.
active
Can
on
you
an
imagine?
opponent and feat
And
3
keep in
active
mind,
on
ladies
you.
and gentlemen, keep in mind, this is how I tell the devs don't play their own games. They gave him 95 damage when Fear itself is still in the goddamn game. So imagine you walking around fighting a Sohi who got a goddamn Orochi on his team or Gladiator with Fear its fucking self. Imagine how much damage this shit is gonna do. That's also gonna fucking one shot. Right? It don't stop there. What about Kensei and his chillin' stare tier 2 feet? Tier 2 feet. That's also gonna one shot. You don't even need an attack buff. They don't play this game, y'all. They don't play this game. They're just putting shit in it. They don't play this game. This is awful. This is awful. It's like you can't hide from it either.
Deals
Right? It won't matter
damage.
if you choose not to play fours because it's 95 base damage, meaning it's 95 damage in duels as well. So, goddamn god awful.
So what this means is it basically one-shots the entire
I'm about to
roster,
start running around.
with the
with
exception
fucking
of like if you have
defense
defense
buffs, but I
buffs
don't
on
know.
yourself or
I
whatever.
doubt that's
There's
gonna be
things that can
enough.
kind of activate
When
your
you lower
shields
my
or whatever.
fucking defenses, that shit ain't gonna do nothing.
But somebody normal that doesn't have any buffs on themselves, that's at full health, this will one-shot them every single time. It's a lot of damage. You need to have a lot of stuff coming together. You need to have your feat 1 active on the person. You have to have your feat 3 active on yourself, so you have to have unlocked it as well. But once all the stars line up, all the souls line up, you get to one-shot somebody once in a while. It doesn't happen super often.
Oh, not often at all.
Yeah,
It is
because it's
rare.
very, very, very dangerous. And it kind of forces players to go, oh no, there's a Sohi nearby.
Yeah.
Oh no, does he have all of his souls?
Oh, I can
I'm
hear
gonna tell
him.
you why that don't work,
Yes.
JC,
We
because
better gang
motherfuckers
up
love
on
the
him.
4-stack.
Because
What
if
the hell
you
you
die,
supposed
you
to do
lose.
when you come across 4-stack of a goddamn Sohi? JC, tell us that. How about you tell us that?
All of your souls.
Yeah.
So it kind of messes a bit with the meta, and when this hero is in a group fight because he's a terrific, insane ganker. Because from outside you can just go, I'm gonna bash you, one shot you. It's fine. So you want to be maybe
This
potentially like,
motherfucker can
focus
get
on him a little
revenge.
bit
It
more,
doesn't matter if you
get into
fucking
that mode,
focus
get
on him,
into that
bro.
kind of
Look at this
refocusing
motherfucker's health.
and changing
Does that
how you
shit look
approach
like 3 bars to you? Come on, man. The fuck are y'all doing, For Honor? Damn.
team fights in general. I'm going to talk about it a little bit more later, but it's a
Now
lot
the
of
feat
why
4,
we're building
I
this hero as well is
accept the
to
feat
go
4.
around this.
All right, I don't
The final
mind
feat 4?
if 3
The
of his
feat
other
4,
feats was
the big
something
feat
else.
once-
Personally revolved around the weapons on his back and his side. Maybe he throws one of them and then grabs it back, or maybe he hooks one. He uses his Akama on his back to hook somebody with a feat, and then uses a mallet, bring the mallet down. The mallet collects a soul. You know, there were better ways of going about this. like Weapon Master style, but they're not going the Weapon Master route. They just want you to touch your opponent
See
with
if I
all
knock
your
that.
weapons. They just want you to touch your opponent with all your weapons and then one-shot them. That's the theme of this character. And I want y'all to be brutally honest with me. Does that sound like a fucking Weapon Master to y'all? Touch everybody. Touch one guy with all your goddamn weapons. Touch him once. You ain't gotta finish him. You ain't gotta slam him against the wall with the hammer. No, touch all of them with your one weapon. Not one weapon. Touch him with each of your weapons, right? And then goddamn instant kill. That's the theme of this character. That don't sound like no fucking Weapon Master. That sounds like that sounds like fucking One Punch Man. Come on. Come on. Y'all can't stick to y'all themes, and y'all was just talking about fucking balance devs. Guys, they were just talking about fucking balance during the beginning Warriors Den stream for the Ashfield, the Sword of Ashfield, bro. They were talking about how they want balance. Does this shit look like fucking balance to you? Think about it. So he walking around with somebody with fear itself, another person with chilling stare, right? He can touch you. He can touch you once. So he can touch you once with all his weapons each. And then next thing you know, he can either regenerate all his health, guard break you twice, hit you with all 6 of his weapons again, or insta-kill you. What happens if he got Battle Cry? That's just debuffs I was talking about. What about other buffs, like Battle Cry? Like, what about JJ's buffs? That's also like a tier 1 perk. JJ, I think he can buff 5 damage for each enemy around. You got enemies, 5, 10, 15, 20. He can add an additional 20 damage to this one shot. Y'all see how fucking crazy this shit goes? This ain't no fucking balance. That shit's not gonna survive. I'm gonna give it about 3 months. I'm gonna give Sohee 3 months before they nerf that shit and make it 65 damage or goddamn 50 damage. Cause it's so fucking easily accessible.
You'll notice I have no glows. I just, death blowed. The 7-4 strike, just one hit.
A
You'll see here,
shortcut. They're
what
giving
if I
you
wanted yet
shortcuts
another-
to a
another
95
shortcut?
fucking damage attack. Y'all are evil. Y'all don't play this game. They don't play this game. They couldn't have. They couldn't possibly play this game. Y'all don't play this game. Y'all are evil. Y'all just adding shit now. Sure, let me give a tier 4 that gives me 95 damage again in case the first damage don't work. I will say this, it'll be useful in anti-ganking, but you're gonna need so much fucking help, bro. Like, maybe I wonder if this shit can actually kill Last Stand. Now I'ma like that, right?
Yes, he did.
Fucking I can't stand Last Stand perk. There ain't no nerfs about it this stream, but I wonder if Last Stand can fucking stop this 95 damage. Bruh, if it stops 95 damage, bruh, I swear to God.
It's revive. I can press this button, simple press of a button, scary mode.
Also,
There
the
we
feed
go.
cooldown
He's
is
powering
on
up,
fast.
powering
It's not
up. I have
really
all
gonna
of
be
my
this fast.
souls
It might
available.
take forever.
Yeah.
It should.
This is a long cooldown.
Just imagine in Breach. That means opponents can walk
It's a
around
3-minute
popping,
cooldown, so use this wisely.
popping the commander
You won't be using
for 190 damage per Sohee. If they like already got their this soul stance, if they already got this soul stance by the time they enter the final level of Breach, and then they got their fourth feat unlocked as well, they can run up to commander, bash him, hit him for 95, run away for real, run away and back up a little bit, pop their tier 4, go back in there, hit him for 95 again, or they can Sorry. So yeah, they can hit the commander for 95, pop they or they get first they pop their first feat, hit the commander for 149 damage, pop their fourth feat, hit them again for 149 damage. That's way worse than 4 Hitos, cause at least they can do what they do for one turn. I mean once every like what minute or so, but like 60 seconds, once every 60 seconds. Yeah, yeah. So this character is busted. This is not a good character. I don't know. I went in Kenzo's stream. Kenzo said they made an amazing
Think it
character.
every
No,
team
this shit
fight.
is
You
not
do have
fucking
to work.
amazing,
Yeah.
Kenzo. This shit's not amazing. If you know this game like I do, motherfuckers gonna be spamming you. You ain't gonna be able to do shit. But it's okay. For y'all that think this shit is amazing, y'all will all find out the hard way why this was the most ridiculous thing they have done up to date. Like this is crazy.
For your souls. But once you do have it, again, this is kind of that element of surprise. Change up the team fight, and hopefully one hit somebody.
Yeah, big burst of damage available when that happens.
I think we need to
What
see
you
it
want
one
to
more
know
time
is
at
what
least.
it, does,
One.
does
No,
his
my
first
thoughts are
debuff
one more
and
time.
fear itself stack
On the
against
stairs
each
here.
other? That's something else you're gonna want to know. Because if it stacks, that motherfucker might might as well be doing 1,000 damage, bro.
Maybe a bit of camera
Right, so you're
work.
at full health right now, so let's show off what happens when you're at full health.
Yeah, so just for clarification there, that was without the debuff.
Yeah, right.
Right.
So now I have the debuff going,
That's a nice animation.
and it's good night.
Jeez. Oh,
One
that's
shot.
a lot of
One
damage.
shot.
That is
Scary is a fucking understatement. That's
lot of
fucking
damage. It is
ridiculous.
extremely
It's
scary.
stupid. It's
Yeah.
retarded.
It's like shaking a little
Every
bit.
Well,
all
terrifying.
that, man. And they fucking know this. They're grown ass men like I am. You fucking know this shit, devs. This is the same shit y'all did when
yeah,
y'all
sir.
released fucking Warmonger. Y'all dropped a broken ass fucking character and smiled at us. Y'all want y'all fucking emails and shit to be burning with For Honor players. Y'all want that shit.
Terrifying.
Terrified of what just happened.
Yeah, so that,
So yeah, that's
kinda
the
like the idea
feats.
here, right? So
We
you
gonna
want
go.
to really build feats that
we gonna go to
complement
executions right
how
here.
the hero
All this gonna be in one video.
Yeah.
Joe, Seb, and Jason for the cordo. I mean, thank you guys, of course.
The animation team as well.
The animation
Noel,
team,
Jimmy,
Noel,
like
Jimmy.
Ahmad,
And
all of
and
them.
everybody that work, Eduardo as well. Everybody work on it. Like Dan
Yes.
was saying, like it's a team effort. Absolutely team effort. So yeah, big thank you for everybody that achieved that.
So-
I can't wait for tomorrow.
Tomorrow, big day.
Tomorrow, crazy.
Awesome. Well, thank you so much for coming on the Den and breaking down all the details of the animation. I'm sure people loved it.
I hope so.
Awesome.
Yeah.
But stick around because the next segment is a new feature segment, so you won't want to miss that.
All right, let's get into
before that, you're
executions
going
because
to
y'all
see
y'all fucked this
all of
character up.
Sohei's unique emotes, signatures, and executions.
Okay, I like that one. Lots of emotes. Yep, I like that one. Nice. This is signature. So that goes back to what I was saying before, guys, right? They called this guy a weapon master, but in all 4 of his executions, he only uses 1 weapon. How underwhelming is that? They call this guy a weapon master, but in all 4 of his feats is revolved around a single one-shot using what? A single weapon, the Kamayari. Seriously? Some fucking weapon master this is. This is a failed experiment, For Honor. I think y'all went in over y'all heads with this one. Y'all should have done double psi. An assassin with double psi. Y'all think we not noticing? Y'all been ducking the assassin class for about 3-4 years, For Honor. Give us a fucking assassin, man. So this is a new feature they're going to introduce to us. I thought this was pretty cool. Like, here it is. They got a brand new camera mode. So it's like console players can now do, you know, what PC players could do if they had
really
NVIDIA.
cool feature.
They could, like,
we
take
have
away a
13
HUD
camera
and
settings. We have 12.
basically take these cool pictures right here and have, like, a free mode.
Filters, and then we have 2 frames, which are logos, and then there's 10 possibilities of placement with those logos. So for the camera settings, it's kind of what you would expect from like any photo mode. So you have, you know, depth of field, contrast, you have the RGB hues that you can modify as well.
So yeah, guys, y'all can
then
be
for the
expecting a
filters,
lot
as you saw on
more
the screen,
cooler
there's
thumbnails
a
with
bunch
this.
of really interesting filters. I'll let the players kind of explore through them, but I think my favorite is definitely the painting one.
Yeah.
Awesome. So if there's any like hidden artists out there, that filter is for you for sure.
Nice.
And then we also have the tune filter, which do you remember the tune filter, Anthony? Yeah. So it's from the April's Fool, right?
Yeah.
There you go. So we were like, it's already in game, so why not add it there as well? So you can kind of recreate that April Fool's moment. And yeah, there's one thing though, if you have a filter on, some of the camera settings are going to be locked just because we want to preserve the integrity of that filter.
Take a screenshot.
So for instance,
Yeah,
if we
more-
have like
more
night
excited
vision, and then you can go
thumbnails.
and modify like the color. It's not really night vision anymore. So we kind of made that decision there for those reasons. And then yeah, it's a very straightforward feature. I don't think players will have difficulty using it or navigating through it. And yeah, we just really wanted to
baby.
create a tool that, you know, allows them to channel their creativity. In Barracks, it's more like to showcase your fashion, like Haval said. But you know, in the maps in game, you can really get clever with it. You know, you can go and explore the map. You can go to like different corners. We really encourage you to try like different emotes to kind of come up with something, you know, funny, artistic, whatever. Actually, one of our UI programmer, John, he made a photo. You're gonna see it after. We're gonna show some of them. But he used a surfing emote.
Oh yeah.
And then he like positioned himself like, there you go, that's the one. And then he like put
that looks
himself
so
right
good.
behind water, so it looks like pirate is surfing.
That
And I
genuinely
think
looks like he's surfing.
yeah, like really, John, good job. Like we went to see him and we were like, please take some photos for us because he always comes up with great photos.
Yeah.
And we were not disappointed.
Yeah.
So this is the
Y'all-
kind of
y'all can
content
have
that
a lot of
we
cool
encourage players,
thumbnails and
you
a
know,
lot
able to
easier
come up with.
thumbnails. Inbound,
Yeah,
baby.
just get creative. You know,
Finally.
that's what it's there for. Honestly, it's a
All
lot
right,
of fun.
next up
I
is
know we
patch
had a lot of fun
notes.
using it
We
as well.
don't really have to see them read. Here's Orochi. So y'all can pause the screen here. And there's all of Orochi. They're basically overall, they're going to nerf Orochi. So, yeah, y'all can pause and read Orochi. The next character, this is Lawbringer buffs. Top heavy opener now deals a lot more damage. Zone and make away deals additional 1 damage, and the impaling charge, his sprint attack and his impale repulse, so his parry, when he impales from parry, is 3 damage. That's Lawbringer, and other changes is Warmonger, who can now perform her front claw damage from a lot faster, and Berserker has chain link timing between zone attacks and light attacks, a little bit more milliseconds, which used to be 100 milliseconds. And yeah, that's basically it. That's the title updates. So yeah, you guys, ladies and gentlemen, that's gonna do it. For those who don't know, they got a free week right here. They got a free week right here for those who don't really have this game purchased. That's kind of how I started with For Honor. I started with free weeks, and then I initially bought the
free
game.
week starting
I
tomorrow.
think
There it is.
around season 4, but I would play like every free week. And then I bought the game around season 4 when Shaman and Aramushi got released. But yeah. Ladies and gentlemen, that is the Sohi hero. He is gonna be centralized around. He's gonna be centralized around one-shotting you, essentially. And they're releasing that tomorrow for a total of about $8. Don't expect any videos from me soon with that Sohi character. So I will catch y'all in the next video. Peace.